running 1:24.5s for the last 20, 30 laps, Calvin. It's been really impressive to watch. And now the gap is under 5 seconds from Heinrich to Vanthor, so it's just ebb and flow. They're so tight together, Ryan, on pace here.
If the race ended on that lap, Vanthor would have won by 41 thousandths of a second on adjusted time. That's how close it is.
It's incredible, and it's going to be like this.
This time, the lap traffic opens up the chance for Niederhauser to make the pass, and he takes the Herbert Motorsport car back to the points. This from the master of all things curb, Kyle Heyer. This is for position, and these are the championship contenders in North American Pro. Alec Udell has been working on this move for the
force an overtake, but just make it happen. But you've got to hope that the traffic falls in your favour as well, and the BMW couldn't quite run out to the apex there because of the maybe SP7 car in behind. A flash of the lights.
Oh, is that the Ferrari?
Yeah.
Oh,
yes, it is.
White
yes, it
and
is.
red Ferrari.
Yeah. 45
from third position. Fernandez laser
was really getting hammered from both sides, and at that point, Garth, there's not much you can do but try and hold your line. You're getting the aerodynamic push from both sides.
Oh, you're much better playing offense than defense when you're in that position, and just try and get to the lead. And Goetz ultimately gathered it up, got to turn 2 first and took off, and now has a huge gap over the rest.
Chasing after the orange Porsche there. Charles Wirtz in the meantime has gone by. 19.7 seconds was the gap. Wirtz now settling into the 2-minute falls, but of course increasingly he's finding more traffic. That's Sasahara putting a lap on Phil Kim, the Korean driver. First Porsche race, first endurance race, first GT3 race. It's all quite new to him this, but he's doing a good job. 51.
Jake Dennis having a wild ride in that opening lap.
Well, a lot of tires aren't quite up to temperature yet with these probably B0 tires. You got to get the air pressures up, the temperatures up, and you got to get those brake temperatures up down here in that hard braking zone at turn number 2.
You saw all those clouds of this sand up in the air as drivers are dropping tires. You can see it's right at the track edge. The curbs are very flat because of the fact motorcycle racers race here very often. So all of those clouds of dust, they bring that sand up.
As the Porsche, the Grello colours of 911 wriggles free. Down the inside there was nearly the Mercedes of Adam Christodoulou in its two-tone pink, trying to force Marco Mappelli out of the way in the 28 Lamborghini. But there has been a change for second position. Bilstein Mercedes, Maro Engel up to second place already, boys.
Yeah, they've been keeping their powder dry, Mercedes, and I think the
approach to Adenauer Force. We have to watch that replay a number of times to realise the extent of the damage to the lower class car. And then Porsche versus BMW, the slipstream working a treat down the Dottinger Rohr. Charles Wirtz a sitting duck as the Grello car to his left overtook from quite a long way back through that kink and into Tiergarten.
Yeah, the light was now starting to...
Strategy for Cameron and Pepper is going to prove brilliant, obviously, and a nice move, as you would expect, around the outside by the number 34 of Farfus.
And again, I think the key is how long is it going to stay in these conditions. So if Dane Cameron and Jordan Pepper can just hang on right now, they'll be in great shape, because suddenly you're going to have 2 more pit stops potentially for the BMWs compared to you just staying out in these sketchy conditions.
Boy, Tomczyk squared up turn 10, got underneath Jordan Pepper.
About it, his dad was in that shot we saw along with Kurt Mullikins earlier, part of the ownership group of WRT. And again, there's also the manufacturer's side of things to keep in mind. Right now, Porsche has enough to get the job done. But if these cars are marginal on fuel, you know, that could really see a major shakeup potentially if cars were to run out on the last lap.
This almost on with no steering. Well. Huh.
Penalty. Oh yeah, you're right. It was the Aston Martin with the straight. So no, Estra had no right to be down the inside there. BMW had the bounce that I saw, that I thought was the hit on the BMW, was Rafa Marciello having to take to the curbs and go through. There's not that. There's the pressure. That's exerting pressure.
Straight, and they went mental. They wanted to take the lead straight away. Did Farfus, Engel, and Ricardo Fella. 3 wide up Mountain Straight, banging doors within the first minute of a 12-hour race.
Are we not entertained already? Worth the price of admission for that sprint up Mountain Straight towards Griffins. And I'm sure there was bodywork banging there. That car in the middle,
Full course yellow. The teams are being told prepare for a full course yellow. Now, is that because of debris on the road?
I think we've got the 86 car off at turn number 8. The Origin Porsche, that is the sister car here. Cars slow down to 80 kilometers an hour, and then we will decide how long it needs to be. Niels Vicic, race director, has been super proactive this year in a lovely...
That's a good start. Tom Merrill in the Aston Martin GT4 from the Racers group up into that position. There's a good look at the number 17, and that is a great story. Young driver Alec Udell, of course, part of that program, and they have the Hybrid Kinetic electric company that is on that. It's the Hybrid Kinetic group, and new sponsor for this team along with Euroworld, and Alec with 2 top flight factory drivers. He's got the
progress that car will make over the course of this race, and it'll be quite a fairy tale if that car can get up there and into contention. It's a big ask because all those cars ahead of it, the BMWs, the Mercedes, the Porsches, of course, it's going to be a big ask for BMW to get in amongst those Porsches and Mercedes, I think.
But what I will say, as a huge positive, it started 17th and is now 10th.
You see Jordan Pepper doing a great job of exploring this racetrack for the first time in these conditions. Getting down to the stint lengths, maximum stint length for a driver is 65 minutes. Maximum continuous stint length is 3 hours, so just shy of 3 stints here today. Getting to those pit stop minimums, if you do just tyres, you can only spend 74 seconds on pit lane. If you do refueling and 1 tyre, same condition applies. If you do a full service stop.
12.5 minutes to go. Let's check the gap across the yard of bricks. We wait for Van Thor. Back over 5. Whoa. I don't think that's right.
No, it's 4.8 at the line. It was a 124.7 for Heinrich, a 124.5 for Dries Van Thor. So the chicane for the first time.
Oh, they're still side by side, but wisely they get it sorted out before they get to that chicane. That number 4 car, the Lone Star car, that qualified second. They've been shuffled back here with the early going. Lucas Stoltz on the back foot. Look at the Rand the Vandals car on the charge, making it 3 wide down Holman Boulevard, 2 into 1. 2 positions gained for the BMW.
Kenton Cook on the move, attacking hard early here as they make their way through turn number 7.
No, it's now. Oh no, it's still showing, isn't it?
Yeah. So it was a Cupra and possibly a Golf over to the far right. They went to abreast, and Estra pass on the grass, living up to his name, managed to...
Lowndes and Shute. And I think Lowndes thought that Shute was just going to back out of that one.
He was not.
And luckily CL's done a lap or 2 around here, so he was in the right spot. And there was actually a bit going on behind there. Yeah, so there you go. There's one around, and there's that James that went around. It was Kenny Habul that was trying to get...
And you go right, you go left, and as you come out the other side into the right-hander of last curve, you drop down the hill, and look how much closer the Mercedes has got as the Nissan gets in the way as it slows and bails for the pit lane, but that was close.
Yeah, and the driver getting on the radio as well, just to let the team know that was close. Don't think that this...
Porsche's Global Motorsports Group now runs in the lead of the GT3 Pro-Am category. Pappas in the Black Swan Porsche sits in the 10th spot, and it's Jake Camilleri, the number 193. That is that thumping V8 Mazda, leads the Invitational class. Leading our GT4 category right now is the number 3
as well. Tom Coronel starting the Max Cruz Racing Cup 2 car, the 927. He also is driving in an alternative fuel car for Max Cruz, but don't get that confused because that car is also in that lead group in the 644, but it's being driven by one of the other drivers. So you have Philip Hamprecht.
Anti-EMA Porsche, the one known as Grello, and they were not the right tools to have, and it cost them a good 30 seconds, and that made them tumble down the order.
Danny Juncadella ending up finishing just off the podium positions in the number 4 Mercedes, but that car that he shares with Lucas Stoltz and Maxi...
NSX safety vehicle down into the pits, and Matt Dalton is going to be bringing the field up. He's in that restart zone. He can go whenever he wants at this stage. He's a little cautious going to the throttle. The cars behind him are coming up, but for those GT3 cars, you got to wait till the yard of bricks. Now you can go. And Cameron makes the move down to the inside, and you can see already, even though the rain's abating, Cal, look at the spray behind these lead 3.
Yeah, and the other problem
they were previously. Van Thor has as well, but not that far, so that's where the advantage is going. And now it's 4.4, so it's 0.6 that Heinrich would lose this race by if it ended now. Right.
but still in position to win the race in class and to win the championship. Brilliant drive in Pirelli GT4 America this morning to take the championship lead with 1 round to go, and he's picked up right where he's left off. Brilliant start for the American to bring the Random Vandals car up into 4th. Further back in the pack, a spin. That is Adrian De Silva, the veteran from Malaysia, who's gone around. Car looks to be in fairly good shape, but he's going to drop
side through the kink and on towards the Tiergarten now. The Audi's going to have the line. Oh, and the Mercedes stays off the brakes. The Audi a little bit cautious there, understandably, at this early stage. But the Mercedes hangs on to that position as they cross the line.
Being James, so here we go on board Liam Talbot. Kenny Habul right in front of us. Kenny's going up the inside of James. Just touch, and around James goes. So that was one of those sort of indecisive ones. No, you go, no, you go, no, you go. And
here we go. He's got that inside line. He's not going to have the braking ability. Does he send it? Gets way over there. He's going to try and squeeze Grenier out. Nice job there.
Bill Auberland wanted no part of that. This is not his fight, so he gave plenty of room for the top 2 to come through.